There are often two conflicting factors that affect gamblers and handicappers when they're looking at games and trying to analyze them. One I call suspension of disbelief. And this particular factor often conflicts with the definition of insanity. And I think these factors come into play today in the swamp in Gainesville when Florida hosts Texas. And that is one of the games that I'm going to break down for you on today's video report, along with the game between Michigan and Wisconsin. Hi, everyone. Al DeMarco here, General Manager of DeMarcoSports.com, and this is going to be your Saturday video report as I'm on a 71 and 41 run with the complimentary plays and all sports combined over the past 11 months. 71 and 41 with the plays I've given away, football and basketball combined. Now, my best bet, however, today, it's not either one of these marquee games. I've said to you many times that I feel the best value on the card, well, I like to concentrate the most where the odds makers concentrate the least. And I am 16, 6, and 1 over the past 2 years with my Saturday best bet releases. 16, 6, and 1. I was the number one football handicapper at the site. Last year, college and pro combined, I am number one so far this year after one hell of a September. And today, I've got my 4 touchdown blowout of the year. And it's another one of these non-marquee games that's definitely flying under the radar, but I think it's the biggest blowout of the card. And it's once again going to be the half price play of the day using coupon code HALF, HALF, as I continue to show you that you don't have to spend big money to make big money over at DeMarcoSports.com. But the caveat is also this, and you see it at the bottom of the screen, right down there. If you have never been a customer over at DeMarcoSports.com, you can get my latest best bet, again, 16, 6, and 1 with the Saturday best bets over the past 2 years, and all of the plays of all the handicappers for free today. If you've never been a customer at DeMarcoSports.com, not only today, but another day of your choice, which if it's not tomorrow, I don't know why, but again, it's the choice is yours. You can get all the plays of all the handicappers for 2 days, and those 2 days are your choice by using the free 2-day all-access pass. There are no strings attached. I realize a lot of guys in this business, when they say free, look up at the sky because nothing is free. Even the sky might not be blue. You have to double check it and confirm it. But free does mean free. I've been doing it for 24 years since I created this site. It's my way of letting you get a sample, getting a taste of everything at the site, because every handicapper breaks down games differently. My analysis, I think, is much more thorough than anybody else at the site, but I do it differently than most guys. So check it out, the 2-day free all-access pass over at DeMarcoSports.com. And as usual, if you have any questions, you can always contact customer service. Now, before I break down the Texas-Florida game, there's something I want to address. I've alluded to it a few times here, but I was originally going to pack it in and call it quits here at the end of October. My intention is to finish out the football season and then quit and walk off into the sunset very happily at the end of the Super Bowl in February. That is my intention. As you know, I have a disease, leukemia. There's no cure, and my health has been going downhill since May. I don't know. I mean, I suffered a severe complication brought on by my illness in May, which has made life very difficult here in the last 6 months, 5 months. And again, my intention is to finish through the Super Bowl. The site will go on. In fact, I will stay on in an advisory capacity. I mean, I gave birth to this site. I created the damn thing. It's like my baby is going to go off to college. Shawn Michaels is going to take a very active role in running it, as is a couple of other guys. Shawn has been a guy that I have been closest to at the site over all these years. We'll discuss that further as time draws closer, but that is my intention. So all of you that are customers, you will get the fulfillment of your packages. But that's also why you have not been able to buy 60-day or 100-day or 1-year packages with me, because I'm not going to leave you hanging. But again, that's my intention. But again, my health is far more important. Somebody wrote in last week here and commented on the channel, why are you leaving? Well, Jesus, I don't need the money. And we all have an expiration date. Mine's going to come sooner than some of you, probably most of you. And I don't plan on doing it, giving out football picks for the whatever time I have left. I have more important and more interesting things I'd like to be doing. So let's move forward now. Let's talk about that game between Texas and Florida. Suspension of disbelief. I've used that term many times over the years. And what I mean by that is people don't want to believe what their eyes are telling them. And what your eyes should be telling you is that Florida is a bad team. That's the reality. Florida is a bad team. There is a reason that this team has lost 3 straight games, getting upset at home by South Florida, losing at LSU, losing to Miami of Florida. This is a bad, bad team. And what is the definition of insanity? To expect a different outcome, correct? And that's the two things that are conflicting factors here today. Why would you expect anything different just because Florida is coming off a bye week? Just because Billy Napier says that, yes, that team really came together, the bye week really helped his team. Big effing deal. What has Florida shown you at all? The fact that they played tough in Baton Rouge, despite their quarterback throwing 5 interceptions and only lost by 10? Well, yeah, but LSU then lost the following week, right? This team hasn't shown you anything. Now, people will say that Texas hasn't shown you anything either. Texas lost the season opener against Ohio State on the road in the Horseshoe. And then beat 3 cupcakes. Arch Manning has certainly struggled. I will grant you that. But you look at this point spread, which is kind of interesting because early in the week it was 6.5. It dropped down to 4.5 at some places yesterday. Now it's 5.5 as I do this video report at 9:30 Eastern time here on Friday evening, right? Beating San Jose State, UTEP, and Sam Houston, coming off a bye as well. 149-17 last year when, of course, Florida was starting a third stringer, right? But it's all about the Texas defense, yielding just 212 yards a game. Held all 4 opponents so far this season, including Ohio State, to a season low in points. And, how hostile is the swamp going to be when you already played in Columbus in the Horseshoe? And let's also remember something about Arch Manning as everybody is piling on and giving him the criticism. This is only Arch Manning's 6th career collegiate start, okay? You look at this defense, and it's a defense that has 12 sacks, is giving up only 60 yards rushing per game, holding opponents to 24% on third down conversions. Let's look at the offense, which I think gets a huge boost today with the return of number 1 running back, Trey Wisner, who's been out since running for 80 yards on 16 carries in the Ohio State game. Missed the last 3 games with hamstring injury, upgraded to probable. Also, the anticipated debut today of wide receiver Emmett Mosley, who they got through the portal from Stanford, who last year as a freshman with the Cardinal in 9 games, 48 catches, averaging 11 yards a catch, and 6 touchdowns. So Manning has more weapons around him as well. I like Texas in this spot. And you know what I'm going to say? If this line is between 6 and 7.5 points, I'm buying down the half point on the Longhorns. The other game today, going to go with Michigan. A game that was 16.5 points. It's up to 17.5 points. And FYI, before I go any further, remember, subscribe down there. If you don't want to miss another video report, you see the little link down here in the bottom of the corner. It's the easiest way to be alerted to when I will have my next video report. I'm not soliciting you in between. I have nothing else to sell you. This is just a free video report. And again, it's the easiest way to be alerted to when I'm going to have a video report, FYI. So hit the little button down there in the corner. Now, Michigan, coming off a bye, has USC next. What I like about Michigan is the way Bryce Underwood has played here of late, and he's played much better at home, obviously, where he's completed 66% of his passes for 733 yards. Played much better than on the road where he's faced Oklahoma and Nebraska. Wisconsin's coming off a bye, 27-10 home loss to Maryland, 38-14 road loss in Tuscaloosa, the only time they've left Madison. And I just like Michigan with that defense And the fact that I think that Justice Haynes, who's already run for over 500 yards and averaging a little over 8 yards a carry, I think the Wolverines will be able to pound the Badgers here today. And I don't care who plays quarterback for Wisconsin today, whether it's Billy Edwards or Danny O'Neill. And that's it for today. Listen, there is not a lot of quality, in my estimation, on today's card. A lot of games, but not a lot of quality. And over these two free picks, head and shoulders, Texas, far above Michigan. Let me make that perfectly clear. Texas is my second favorite play on the board today. Michigan is down there, okay? That's it. And then my best bet on the board over at DeMarcoSports.com. So wish you well, guys, and we will talk to you again tomorrow for Sunday's NFL card. Good luck, everybody.